So I stopped ignoring my therapist. And I finally booked in another session after literally dodging her emails for about 4 or 5 weeks. And the second I sat down and started unloading, I was like, why do I not do this when I know it's going to make me better? Why do we do that? Why do we ignore doing the things that are going to make us feel better, thinking, doesn't matter this time. And then if you just do the thing, it feels like it clicks back into place. So I went on like a random little side quest where I was thinking of all the... Hello, where are you going? Oh, it's so hot today. He's like slumped down there. I went on a side quest and I started thinking of all the things like that, like don't fucking ignore your therapist, you dumb bitch. It'll make you feel better just to speak to her. That I wish someone had said to me before. So if you are watching this and you are in your 20s, these are the things that I wish someone had told me back then. And if you're not and you're in your 30s and you're still going through things, yeah, these are things that I come back to remind myself. So there'll be something in this for you. Before I get into this as well, guys, please, if you're enjoying these episodes, like, subscribe, comment, let me know. And if there's anything else you want me to talk about or you think would be fun for an episode, just leave it in the comments and I'm open to all feedback, because I want this to feel like you're just chilling with me here in my living room and we're just trying to unpack this crazy thing that is life together. So my list, I've got 8 things I've wrote down. My first one, okay, which I think is this is very helpful and sometimes very fucking hard to hold your tongue and to remember. But the first thing I wish someone had told me back then is you don't always need the last word. Nope, you don't. I know it feels good in the moment, you know, when someone's pissed you off or someone's done you wrong, or you want to make sure that you get that last word in, or you want to make sure that you want to prove yourself if someone said shit to someone else about you, or in a work situation. I know this would sometimes happen when I was like dancing or different things in groups of people and something was said that wasn't right, and I wanted to like have the last word and get in there and be like, no, this is what actually happened, like prove my case or whatever. And actually, as I've got older, I've realized you really don't need to have the last word. And very rarely does having the last word feel as like satisfactory as you want it. You're always going to be standing in the shower later, fucking just like, reenacting it. I wish I should have said this, I should have said that. Like literally you're having a full on fucking drama scene. And it never plays out like that in real life. So if you've got something or someone that's got something over you and you're like, oh, I just want to know. You don't need to have the last word. Just let it go. Which actually brings us into the second one. Right. Ignoring someone is always the best revenge. I remember my friend told me this when I broke up with my ex, yeah. And I was like, well, I've never seen him since. But I was like, what am I going to do if I see him or whatever? And some of my friends had seen him and I was like, what are you going to do or whatever? And they were like, I'm just going to ignore them. And my friend was like, do you know what? You just ignore, because being ignored is literally the worst feeling. And I was like, that is so true. You know, when you are just that feeling of like when someone just, you're not even on someone's radar because they're like, don't even give, like you're actually nothing. That is like gut wrenching, but the best feeling to like inflict on your enemies. So ignoring someone, just not responding, just like, nope, just not even about this, not even going to rise to it. Best revenge. Some of the best revenge. And I actually am for revenge. I really am for revenge. When some people are like, oh, I wish like my ex is well, I wish like whoever well, I like, fuck that. Actually, fuck that. I am not, no. And no, just no, just actually no. I want to believe that people that say that really do mean it. And maybe they are, genuinely really a lot better people than me. But I don't like wish. I haven't got people that I actively wish harm. But if bad stuff happened to them, like, that'd be fucking okay. Yeah. Yeah. I remember when I found out that my ex is still working the same job that he was like however many years ago. And I was like, that's fucking brilliant. I don't want to hear about you having a promotion. No, stay in your fucking dead end job. That's hilarious. Yeah. I think so. I'm not about this. Wish them well. Nah. Don't feel, if you have that thought, and the reason I'm like openly saying that is because I remember being like, I just don't think that, and am I a terrible person because I'm not just wish people well. No, you're not. You're just fucking human, and it's okay. Some people are wankers, and they deserve to have a bit of a shit time. And if they get a bit of a shit time, and you enjoy watching them have a shit time, who's to say? Absolutely fine. Next one. Oh, this literally came about because I've actually got my nails done. I don't know why I did this. So I am a nail biter. I am a disgusting, repulsive nail biter. Like, I look like a 12-year-old boy when I bite my nails. It is so disgusting. And it's like I can't control it. I don't just bite them at home where only like my husband and my dog can see. I will bite them. I will catch myself like standing in the queue at Tesco or whatever, chewing my nails. And once I've done, so it's a weird thing. Once I've done like a thumb and 2 fingers, I can't then leave that hand. I have to bite the last 2 just to finish it off. It's really fucking annoying and really weird. So I've had acrylics for fuck knows years now. But I was like, do you know what? I'm going to try and be short nail. I bought a gel UV lamp thing. I was like, I'm going to just do my own nails. I'm going to save money. I'm going to save time as well, because that's what really gets me, traveling to the nail salon and sitting there, and it always takes longer than what you think, and there's other things I could be doing and I don't enjoy it. I don't find it relaxing. I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. So I was like, if I do it myself at home, I'll just have short nails, but I can do gel, whatever. No. And every time I looked down at my hands, I felt disgusting. And I looked disgusting. I didn't look it was just horrible, yeah? And I never used to, years ago, like when I was in my 20s and stuff, like I used to always feel bad for spending money on things like that, on nails. Like there was a part of me, a little voice in my head that would be like, oh, that's a bit, I don't know, like superficial, or like you don't need that. I'd always have that, like, have you ever had that when you want something, like you want your nails done, you want a new top, you want whatever it may be. And then that voice is like, well, you don't need it. You don't need it though. And you kind of talk yourself out of it and justify like, no, it's fine. You don't actually need that. Like your sound. I used to do that with my nails and stuff. But when I have my nails done and I just look at them, even if I'm having a depressy day, yeah, even if I'm crying through the tears, I'll look at my hands and be like, at least I haven't got them fucking 12-year-old boy hands. Nope. So if you are someone that is like, it might be nails, it might be massages, it might be your hair done, it might be whatever it is, like taking yourself out for coffee and just treating yourself to a little lunch out, whatever it is, and you're someone that struggles with having that voice like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this, especially when you're maybe a bit younger and you're in your 20s. When I think of me in London and fucking hell, when I didn't have a pot to piss in, it felt like, oh no, I can't do this, this is so bad, like I haven't earned the right to do this for myself or whatever. But actually doing it for yourself and spending that little bit of money on doing those things, it can completely change. Like even now, I can't tell you how differently this sounds so wanky, but how differently I show up when my nails are done compared to when they're not. I don't even want to wear my wedding ring when my nails aren't done, because I just do not want to, I don't want to draw any attention to my hands because they look so fucking ugly. And all I can think about is that. Like, what? No. So you're actually getting more from doing that. So if you've got something that you're like, oh no, I don't need that, I'll wait. Treat yourself. Fucking treat yourself. Do it. You don't need to wait for it. Find a way. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy expensive. Like I said, it could just be you take yourself out for a coffee and you got that voice there being like, oh, you got coffee at home. You got coffee at home, you shouldn't do that. No. Go for the coffee. Okay? Go for the coffee. Oh, this one I have to say to myself on a daily basis when I start to get, well, not on a daily basis, because obviously I'm working on myself to make it better. to quieten the voices in my head. But I do say this to myself quite often when I notice that I'm spiraling and worrying maybe what other people think. And that is that no one is thinking about you as much as you're thinking they're thinking about you. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. The amount of time I wasted just worrying about what other people were going to think of me and then not doing things because I was worrying about what other people would think of me. Like invites out I had that I then didn't go to because I was so worried that I wasn't going to have like the right outfit or the right clothes, I wasn't going to fit in, or I wasn't good enough. And then I didn't go to those places or do those things. And those people that I was worrying about what they would think of me weren't thinking of me. Like they didn't even care. And even the ones that maybe might say if I'd gone and I did wear something that wasn't as like posh or whatever for this event, they would have maybe noticed it and then they would have cracked on. Like they wouldn't have given it a second thought. And I feel like I just wasted so much time. I wasted so much time and I wasted so many opportunities not doing stuff, thinking that strangers that I didn't even know were going to like that also this is kind of like gaslighting myself a bit and being a bit mean to myself. So I feel like this might be not the right approach to take, but I did find it useful. Sort of saying to myself sometimes like, who do you think you are that you think that everyone's going to be fucking looking at you? Like, get it together. Like, everyone is their own little, everyone talks about this main character energy or whatever, yeah. But everyone is their own main character in their own life. No one is looking at you how you think they are because they're in their own movie. They're doing their own thing over there. You're just literally coming in and out of the fucking shot, but you're not in the picture at all. And even if you do enter the picture and you're in their film for a little while, the film's never going to end with you. It's always going to end with them because they're the main fucking character. So just giving yourself that shake, that helps me sometimes of being like, nah, just who do you think you are? Pipe down, Maroon. No one's fucking looking at you. They never are. They never are. If they want to spend time with you, they will. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory, I can't even imagine like someone's experience of this. Like I was in relationships from the age of 19. From the age of 19, I was in a relationship pretty much. I had like 2 relationships, whatever. 2, 3, yeah, 2. But longer term relationship. I haven't been single for a lot of my life at all. And this, like I've figured out from not being a girl that was single and going out that often. So fuck knows the stories someone would have if they have, like I have got friends that did do that single girl life and it's fucking hilarious hearing different things that happen to them. But like, if someone wants to spend time with you, you will know about it. You have to stop justifying someone's actions because their actions are literally screaming at you, telling you everything that you need to know. That is what I would like to go back and tell my younger self. Shake her and fucking be like, nah. How they've just behaved has literally told you everything. Do not make excuses for them. And this works the same as well, to be fair, if with friendships. It doesn't have to be romantic relationships. Like if you want to have coffee with someone or see someone, then you can do that and people will do that. It is a bit different obviously now because like I've noticed as I'm now older, life does get in the way and there are a lot of people that I would love to see and spend time with that is genuinely just really fucking difficult to, so I don't. But back then when you're like meeting new friends and you're younger and you're like trying to find your own way and you're like dating or doing different things and whatever, if they want to be with you, they will let you know. Device overheated. Wait, let me just unplug. Let's see how that goes. If they care about you, they will message you, they will ask, they won't avoid you, they won't ignore you for days on end, yeah? They won't be online and then not reply to your messages. They won't be on social media but then not replying to your WhatsApps. Like that is not, no, you're being played. No, don't put up with any of that at all. Okay. This is quite niche. If you were a performer, you might get this, but something I would love to go back and tell my younger self is that fat dances do work. They do work. That was like a constant throughout my time at dance college and then like early career of just like fat dances don't work, which is such a horrible fucking sentence. It's just so horrible, but it just puts so much emphasis and pressure on what I looked like and needing to be as small as possible. And if I could just go back and just shake that younger version of myself and be like, just fucking do not listen, fuel yourself properly, train properly, take care of yourself, because if you take care of yourself, you're going to have so much more longevity in this career and you're going to be so much better at it. And this is the same. I would say this to anyone, like that obviously comes from dancing, but also I know it was probably rooted in that, but I also have friends that weren't dancers that experience the same thing. I think if you're a woman, you experience this with your body anyway, regardless of if you're a performer or not. This idea of like, when you're smaller or when your body looks a certain way, then you will be able to do something, like then you will work. Yeah. Then you'll go and say yes to the opportunity. Fucking hell, no, absolutely not. And I still have to catch myself with that now, because sometimes I will be like, oh, I would wear that, but I'd only wear that if I had like how my body used to look. Like I wouldn't wear that. And I have to be like, no, do you like the pattern? Do you like the color? Do you like the style? Do you like whatever? Wear the fucking, like, your body doesn't need to change for you to wear things that you fucking love. Your body doesn't need to change for you to chase opportunities that you want. Your body doesn't need to change for you to be allowed in certain rooms or to do certain things. That is literally lies that have just been put on us to keep us fucking down. Like, seriously. Yeah, you have to fight back those thoughts and those feelings that you will be better or be allowed to do something if your body changes. I would love to know if men ever experience this or feel this or have noticed that in any area of their life. I've never come across a man that has thought that, but I think every woman in my life, every friend, when we have spoke about stuff, like have had that thought of like, oh no, when I've lost weight or like when my body's like this or when I'm whatever, then I can do this. Yeah. So you have to change your body to be able to have the opportunity. And that is not the case. If you've got any thoughts of that in your head, anything that you're holding back on because you're thinking that, stop that. Stop it right now. You have to stop bottling things up. This is just to me, okay? If you grew up in a household that wasn't the best at communicating, you might be very good at this as well. I am an expert at just taking a feeling and just scrunching it up nice and small and just pushing it down where no one can find it and not speaking about it and just doing my utmost to forget it. The problem is, when you bottle things up, they don't go away. They will come back to bite you in the ass, and they will come back with a fucking vengeance. And it also manifests in the most fucked up ways. Like, I swear, so much of the issues I have a lot of issues with my stomach, yeah? Just gut issues or whatever, and fucking period issues, whatever the fuck, yeah? And I swear, so much of that, there is just such a direct correlation between if I'm stressed and how my stomach is. And when I'm stressed, it's usually because I haven't expressed something that is going on with me in my mind that I am bothered about or whatever. And it then comes out physically in my body where I will get ill or be in pain in some sort of way. And I feel like I'm now getting the brunt of that, or the worst of that, after years of doing that, because I've always had issues and things with my stomach. But I feel like when I was younger, I could kind of hide it more, or, I felt like I thought basically in my 20s, I felt like I'd got away with it. I felt like I'd cheated the system because everyone was like, you have to communicate. And I was like, well, I'm not fucking communicating. I'm absolutely fine. No, she's not. She's not fine. No, she's not. Okay. So you have to find a way to start talking about what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and no thought that you have is stupid. I'm talking to you now. Okay. because this is what I wish I could have said to myself back then. No thought that you have is stupid or not worth listening to or silly or dramatic. If you think it and you feel it, you should be allowed to express it, yeah, in a safe place with people around you that trust and love you, okay? I know that's not always possible for everyone. Like maybe you don't have that environment at home in your family or whatever, but if you can find like a friend, like just one, you don't need a huge group of friends. You just need like a couple of really close people or one really close person, someone that you can just say, oh my God, I've had this thought. Because I had this, I literally voice noted my two friends. I had to go to watch so Lewis coaches the Manchester Titans, which is the American football team in Manchester, and they had a game in Coventry. So I went there to watch that because it was on our way to this boat trip that we did in Norfolk. And I was there for like 5 hours, yeah. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just message a friend. And I love my friends. I have friends, yeah, but I could think of two people outside of my therapist that I actually say everything that I'm thinking to in a way where I do not have to censor myself at all. Now, that's okay, because I do think there's nothing like only two. No, I've got two fucking incredible friends. It doesn't mean that my other friends aren't great in that way. It's just these two people I feel like very comfortable being like completely inside voices, don't need to fill a fucking anything with. And I don't think you're going to get a group. I think it is rare. Like we grew up obviously watching Friends and shit where there were like these groups of people where they all did that and it was so normal. And I don't know how much of that is actual real life reality. Like I don't know that many people with like this huge group of close friends. Most of the people I know have also like 2 or 3 really close people. But the relief I get when I can say stuff to them, which I'm like, I can't say this to anyone else. Or I think if I said this out loud to someone else, they'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe she said that. But just being able to say that to them, like eliminates so much stress. Whereas if I didn't and I let it manifest inside me and make myself ill and feel stressed, like everything just feels so much worse. But just saying the words, it's like, what's that saying? Like a problem shared is a problem halved, or something. There's some saying like that. But there is something in it, because as soon as you talk it, like literally last night after I had this hour call with my therapist, and then was like, I feel like we've fixed everything. And we hadn't. Of course we hadn't fixed fucking everything. I'm like, there's so many broken pieces. But that just saying it just made it feel so much better that I actually kind of had fixed it, because I just needed to speak it out loud. So yeah, don't bottle things up because it will make you ill. Don't do it. Okay? There's nothing wrong with communicating, and everything that's in your head is allowed to be there, and just find like you're allowed to verbalize that and say that out loud. And then the last one, which kind of links back from that one before. You are annoying and it's okay. I used to be so fearful of being annoying, like so fearful. I even say it now. Like I messaged my coach, Sarah, in her WhatsApp, just been like, oh, this is a really annoying voice note, and she's always like, don't call yourself annoying, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, I actually am annoying. And if someone had told me back then, like, no, you are annoying, that would have crushed me. But I am annoying, and that's okay, because I'm not annoying to my kind of people. And sometimes I am annoying to my kind of people. Like I annoy the fuck out of my husband. But it's not like the be all and end all. It's not like the most dramatic thing. It's okay if you are a bit annoying and you are a bit out there and you are a bit weird. Like, and usually all of those bits of yourself that you're trying to hide all the time, and that you think like no one, like you're so scared of people seeing of you, and you're so scared that people are going to judge. Yes, some people will judge, because people do judge. Like that's what it is. But those traits are actually what help you, I think, form the most meaningful connections with the right people, with the people that really get you. When I think of like, again, the most meaningful conversations or times that I've taken, like maybe I've met someone a couple of times at an event, and then there's always that 1 or 2 conversations that then take you from just being someone that you see at events to someone that you actually message and you're friends with. Those conversations, those bits in between always around the things that 20-year-old Maria would have hid because she would have been too embarrassed about. So easy, like fucking fangirling over Buffy, or sharing random trivia or nerdy facts, or getting stupidly excited over something. And before, 20-year-old Maria would have been like, oh no, don't show that much emotion, like be more cool, be more aloof. But actually now showing that emotion and that excitement is what then makes me really connect with people that are also like me and are also like, oh my God, I get so excited too. And then that's how those relationships are built. So if you are annoying, if you are nerdy, if you are irritating, if you are loud, I'm fucking loud. Like if you swear a lot, I swear all the time. Yeah. All of those things. Yeah, you are. And it's okay. Doesn't need to be a but. This isn't on my list, but I've just said that. And that is the last one I'm actually going to finish on. There, add the word and rather than but. So when I was younger, I would be like, I'm trying to think of an example. Oh, I really want to do this job, but I'm really scared and anxious about it. So that must mean that I'm actually not good at this and I'm not going to be able to do it. Now it's like, I really want to do this job and I'm really nervous and anxious about it because it's a big deal and it means a lot to me. I've learned now as I've got older that two things can exist at the same time, like two different things. So it doesn't need to be a but. Just the changing of the word but can completely change the meaning of the sentence and can completely change how you see something and how you reframe something for the better. And it can help you like manage that so much more. Hopefully you found that helpful. I don't know. It was just my fucking ramblings. If you have something, if you have lessons that you wish you could go back and tell your younger self, please, please, please leave them in the comments because I would love to read them. I really would. And there'll probably be stuff that we can like relate on. So share, like, just if you could go back in time and you were told you could only tell them one thing, what would that be? Make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe, and I will be back next week with another episode.